What's up guys, it's Matt Collins-Jones here, also known as the D365 Geek, and today we are looking at Power Apps and we are looking at the 2020 Wave 2 preview. What we're going to look at today is the new App Selector Experience inside of model-driven apps as well as inside Dynamics 365 applications. So this is a new feature that is just been released into preview. It is coming in October 2020 and we are going to take a look at what it looks like. So let's jump right in. So I'm here in my environment. So this is my environment that's been upgraded for the Wave 2020 preview. So I've switched that on in my tenants and in my environment, and I now have some of the preview features. So the preview features include this new app selector. So before I show you that, what I want to show you is the old app selector. So this is a model-driven Power App. So this is from, I think this was a training materials that I was going through to create the Happy Tales office. So what we have up in the top left is we have Power Apps up here, and we have a little arrow next to where it says Power Apps. We also have the name of our model-driven app here, which is the Happy Tales office, and we kind of have the breadcrumb that we're kind of used to. So if I select the little arrow next to Power Apps or Power Apps itself, it pops out a little app window next to me. And I can see my apps here. So I can see I've got 4 apps and I've got the app home here that I can select. So I can click through one of these and navigate to a different Power App inside of my environment. I can also expand or click on the My Apps. And what that'll do is that'll pop out and that'll give me a list of all of my apps. These include my Canvas apps as well. So I can click on one of my Canvas apps and I can open it, or I can click in the menu here and pin this app into my app selector here. So some really cool functionality available in the default app selector. If I switch back to my new environment, in my new environment, you'll notice there is not a little downwards arrow. So this is a first-party application. So this is Dynamics 365 Sales. So it's not a Power App per se, but the functionality works in exactly the same way. So in the Dynamics 365 here, I can't click on this, it's not clickable. I do have the app selector icon in terms of the app launcher for Office 365, but if I click here, it does nothing. Instead, you actually click on the name of the Power App that you're in. So in this case, when I hover over Sales Hub, we get a little underline and the little icon for the mouse changes, and therefore I can select this. So if I click on this, I then get this launcher. So if you've used the Home app interface before to like search through your apps and choose one, this is what you'd be familiar with. So sometimes if you've not specified a default Power App, default model-driven app, you'll be navigated to the Home app screen and you'll see a list of your Power Apps in here. So in this environment, I can see I've got a few different ones. So I've got some ones that are in the web refresh, like this D365 custom. This is the default Power App that comes with your Dynamics 365 instance. I've got a customer service one. I've also got the customer service hub, which we can see is unified. I can search through the app here and type something like customer, and then it'll start to pre-filter the apps that I'm looking at. So that's really handy for me. I can filter directly from in here. So I can do a filter on whether it's web or unified interface. So if I want to choose just unified interface, these are the apps that I can choose from. I can expand this and make it slightly bigger. So you may notice if you watch my modal dialog video from the Wave 1, this is actually popping up as a modal dialog. So this is, again, Microsoft using their own things that they tell us to use. If I scroll down to the bottom, I have apps being edited, and I can create a new app from inside here. You would get this depending on your security role inside your environment if you don't have the ability to create new apps. If you do not have those roles and no security, I do not believe you would see this, and you wouldn't see this if another app was shared with you and you were not able to build something. So yeah, we can create new apps directly inside here as well. So if you click that button instead of the other one, they both do the same thing. What this does is this launches the model-driven app creation. So this takes you through to the screen to actually create a new model-driven app. So this is not the Canvas app designer that some of you might be used to. This is a model-driven app designer, and the first thing it's asking us for is name, unique name, description, default image, user solution, these things that we're kind of used to when we look at model-driven apps. So we do have some advantages here. So we do have the ability to actually filter on unified interface and non-unified interface. This will become less prevalent and less of an issue going forward. But as you look at the old app designer, I don't know which one of these is web refresh and which one of these is unified interface. So it kind of limits me. The only thing I wish I did have was I wish I had my Canvas apps in here, so I could just launch one of my apps from this designer as well. And they may add that in, and they may allow you to like filter on published and things like that. So that's one thing I do wish I did have in this environment, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, this is the new app editor. If you've used the old home experience, then this is going to be very familiar with you. It's just a slight difference in terms of launching it and some slight changes in functionality from what you get from the default app launcher. So what do you guys think about this? Is this a good step forward? Do you wish you had your Canvas apps now like I do, and the ability to maybe pin an app and stuff like that? That's what I wish I had, but maybe that will come in the fullness of time. But yeah, let me know what you think about this new feature coming in October. If you found this video useful, if you could like it and share it with your friends, that would be much appreciated. If you've not already, please hit subscribe and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.